guy. Everybody be trying to make it like he was this big gremlin. He was evil. He just didn't take nothing. It was zero tolerance all the way through the board. You feel me?
Did you see when Gip was on the show and he said him and your dad was in New York?
Man, listen.
And he said that your dad got mad at the DJ up there. I think it was Funkmaster Flex.
He didn't want to play him, huh?
Yeah, he didn't want to play him.
He was standing like that. He was built like that. Like,
no matter
honestly,
where he was at.
But Pac opened that door. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't take nothing away from Tupac. He opened that door for Soulja Slim.
To where he knew this is where he
man, this the route I'm going. Disrespect me, I'm putting it down. You feel me?
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Like my daddy said in that song, I really was raised like that. I really grew up off that. Everything you done in the game don't even count no more once you know what I'm saying?
That's
you take a certain turn.
Wow.
I can't help that I was raised like that. That's how I feel, but that's reality to me. So
but that's the same thing Boosie was riding on too.
Yeah.
Like it's the
that's
same
real.
thing.
No, that's
people,
listen.
People
Because
not
Boosie grew up.
with it.
Who Boosie come up under?
Boosie came up under Pimp C.
Man, I'm talking about just for listen to on some Louisiana, listen to Boosie. I'll tell you, man, Soulja Slim my favorite.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You hear me? Like, yeah, man, listen, my daddy was a young dude spitting that grown man. You hear me? Like a lot of them songs.
Everybody was rocking with your dad.
He died at 26, right? Like 2 months after his 26th birthday.
Wow.
So a lot of people be like, man, Soulja Slim was an OG. He really was a kid still, you feel me?
Right,
and he just was coming with it, 2021. Talking that grown man talk. He hung around a number of older dudes. That's why he used to always talk about old big ways and how the type of mentality that he carried. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think when people compare him to Tupac? Do you think that you see the comparison?
He the down south Tupac. Tupac was honestly, and I love
Tupac
Pac.
died at 25. He died at 26.
I love Pac. You hear me? And there's no disrespect when I say this, but Pac wasn't my daddy type of level. Like my daddy was real. Like just me. I ain't saying Pac wasn't living like that. I ain't saying, man, he wasn't on what he rapped about or none of this. I'm just saying, like, the background of the two people are totally different. Pac didn't have that background. My daddy really grew up on heroin and dope and coke. You know what I'm saying? In the streets, 13, 14, 15 years old, going to jail for murders. You see what I'm saying? His background was totally different than a person like Tupac. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tupac didn't have that upbringing.
He wasn't in the gutter like that.
He wasn't in the gutter like that. You know what I'm saying? But that don't take away nothing that he did, nothing that he talked about. Like, I love Pac. Pac spoke the real. He spoke it in a way that we all needed to hear it. He was the first person to put it there for us like that. I wasn't really a Biggie Smalls fan. I wasn't into Biggie like that. I know East Coast rapper for real. I love West Coast rappers. You know what I'm saying? But my dad was
something different.
It's different.
And you can tell when you go down there the way the people respond to him.
Listen.
They like this dude. And Snoop even said it. Snoop compared him to Pac, but I think Snoop really knew the situation was totally different.
Snoop said it. I never seen nothing like him before. And he really was a down-to-earth person. He liked to laugh. He liked to joke. You know what I'm saying? He loved to rib. You feel me? Like, he really was a cool guy. Everybody be trying to make it like he was this big gremlin. He was evil. He just didn't take nothing. It was zero tolerance all the way through the board. You feel me?
Did you see when Gip was on the show and he said him and your dad was in New York?
Man, listen.
And he said that your dad got mad at the DJ up there. I think it was Funkmaster Flex.
You know, I mean, we was out one night. It's a famous picture of me and Slim in the club in New York.
Oh yeah.
And that was the first night he wanted to hang out in New York. He flew to New York like, man, I'm gonna try this out. And we get out in the street and we winded up at a Funk Flex party. And he was tripping because he was like, damn, that was the first time Juvenile blew. That ass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That record blew in New York faster than anything back then. That shit just pow
went.
And I remember Slim sitting there like, yo, like he playing the people. He can play me too. We go to the booth, baby. We go to the booth, and you know they hit us with the.
No.
Slim turned around like, I was like,
Wow.
that's why he looked like that in the picture. He in the picture like this, like he was looking straight at phone player. Like, y'all on that? Oh, okay. But that night, it opened his mind because that was the first night I feel like he was like, oh shit, it's possible for somebody from New Orleans to get played in New York. So I think when he came back, his mind was more open to doing.
Speaking to the mic.
His mind was more open to doing radio records when it wasn't open.
He didn't want to play him, huh?
Yeah, he didn't want to play him.
He was standing like that. He was built like that. Like,
no matter where he was at.
But Pac opened that door. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't take nothing away from Tupac. He opened that door for Soulja Slim.
To where he knew this is where he
Man, this the route I'm going. Disrespect me, I'm putting it down. You feel me? You know?
What was it like being on the set of Gridlock with Tupac when you was dealing with him? I know he's explaining it from a point of, okay, you know, his lifestyle was different, but just seeing him in that mode of acting and that, because he had an artistic wave the way he was.
I mean, like you say, artistic, he was an actor.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, it's a difference going to the school of Juilliard and going from the school of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
You know, and I can talk about it, but living it, not taking anything away from how I grew up or how it was going. Pac was an intellectual, you know.
Most definitely.
And when he was, all he did was read books, you know, Che Guevara, Franz Fanon. He was literate, just reading, and his mind was powerful.
Most definitely.
And then when he got in the streets, he would his actor play, but he would get out because he come from a revolutionary family.
Facts.
So when people talk about, well, he was soft, he wasn't from this, but how many of y'all shot at the police?
Exactly.
You know, so it takes some kind of heart.
He had the heart. Honestly, even before the incident with the police,
right?
He had heart just off speaking on what he spoke on. You feel me? And the way that he put it out there for us. That's why we gravitated to him so the way we did.
Yeah. So I mean, he was an intellectual genius, and he was a loyalist.
Facts.
And the loyalty got him killed.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And it was bigger than the surface that people think about. He wasn't actually the target, and he was, you know, what they say is
his life.
It was his life, and a victim of the casualty fire, you know. So it's a lot to him versus what you say about your father.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.